Hi, this tutorial will explain a little about getting started with the research process and background research. To begin with, it's important to realize that the research process is iterative, meaning steps can be repeated. You may search for sources and think you are in a good spot for your paper, but then realize gaps in your research as you organize and/or write your paper. So then you'd research more to fill in those gaps. Instead of jumping straight into writing a thesis statement, consider starting your research process by working to develop a good research question. This helps you not to become stuck in what you are convinced is the correct view on a topic, and then search for sources with the mindset of finding ones that simply agree with you. Let what you learn as you find and read sources guide your paper. For example, your assignment might be to write an argumentative essay. You may find that as you conduct research, you change your mind. As you consider the research, you may find it impacts how you view the argument. Conducting background research is a useful part of the research process. You may begin with a general topic and then need to do background research to focus in on a specific research question. Background research also helps you get an overview of your topic and identify different perspectives on an idea. Even if you think you know everything about the topic, still do some background research to identify possible misunderstandings on your part or aspects you didn't even consider. And even if you already have a research question, it helps to do background research. This will give you a better idea about the topic or situation you are studying. In this video, I'm going to start with climate change as my topic. Now, I can't say I'm going to write a paper on climate change and go directly to creating a research question because climate change is way too broad. I'll need to focus it a bit more to come up with a good research question and have some idea how to proceed in searching for sources to learn about my research question. Many students, by default, think to go to Google for information. Google is not a bad idea. It can help you get an overview of the topic, help you focus your topic, and can be useful finding some types of information, such as government positions or policies, or statistics. It can also help you find different perspectives on something. For example, regarding climate change, the oil industry probably is going to have different ideas on how to reduce human-caused climate change than an environmental conservation organization. However, any way you use Google, you have to be careful to evaluate the information you find. Remember, anyone can create a website, no matter how knowledgeable or credible they are. So here's a Google search for climate change. You'll notice some current news stories at the top of the page. Further down on the page, I find the NASA webpage for climate. This may be a helpful resource and is a credible government source. A couple entries below NASA is the IPCC. The Intergovernmental Panel on Climate Change is the United Nations body for assessing the science related to climate change. This may also be a helpful resource. And then we come to Wikipedia. Now, Wikipedia has some good uses. It is usually not an acceptable source for citing in an academic paper, but it can be a good way to get a general idea about the topic. You can also use it to narrow down your topic, such as by looking at the table of contents and different sections in the entry. You'll see the section on policy, as indicated by the purple arrow. This may be a helpful way to focus on a policy aspect of climate change. You may have noticed the Provided by Shawnee State University green flame icon. I have a library-provided extension to my browser called libkeynomad. A separate video can show you how to add this. libkeynomad is great because with one click it allows you to identify and access a resource available through SSU Clark Memorial Library that you may find while searching on the open web. As you may know already, another good use of Wikipedia articles is to mine the references, but only ones you evaluate to be appropriate for an academic paper. As I scroll to the references, you'll see the green flame and download PDF. I just click on that and the PDF would appear. A library database called Credo Academic Core is also a great help for background research. It is a collection of articles for reference works, for example, encyclopedias and handbooks. A separate tutorial demonstrates how to use this resource. So I have looked at some of the sources I found online and in Credo Academic Core and narrowed my working research question to what policies could a federal government implement that would help reduce climate change? It may be focused even more once I get further into finding scholarly sources. Now I can start searching for sources such as news articles and scholarly journal articles. We are going to start here in the Discovery service bar. I just need to know what search terms I can use to start the process. Another video will show you how to use a keyword development chart. This will help you identify search terms that would be useful in finding sources. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to contact the library. Thanks for watching.